So from volatile oil, the first drug is clove. What part of clove is being used? Flower buds. Okay. So dried flower buds of Eugenia caryophyllus. If I talk about synonym, it's lavang. Okay. We can call it as lavang. Source is dried flower buds of Eugenia caryophyllus, family Myrtaceae. That clove is indigenous to which country? Molucca Islands. In South India, okay, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, it is being cultivated. And constituents are eugenol and caryophyllene. And clove can be used as dental analgesic. If I talk about microscopy, outermost layer of clove is epidermis. Epidermis also contains stomata, okay, followed by ellipsoidal oil glands, followed by sclerenchymatous fibers and xylem vessels. Innermost layer, which is loose parenchyma, that is called as erenchyma, and innermost tough layer would be either ovary or columella, from where you have taken the section. If I talk about powder characteristics, clove contains what? Sclerenchymatous fibers, stone cells, anther, which is lignified erenchyma, okay, and oil glands. Fine. Now, if I talk about clove, clove is the drug where if you want to take out the cloves, it should be, clove flower bud would be initially green in color. When it started drying, it would be turning to crimson red color. And then it is being cultivated, then it is being collected. And the thing is, whenever you are collecting clove, you should make sure that it should not be over dried as well. Otherwise, there would be more constituent, starch grain constituent would be increased, or either clove stock will be remaining. Okay, so that you should remember about clove, but you should still study in detail. This is what I briefed about clove. Another example you have to remember is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus, the synonym is what? Nilgiri, and the leaves can be used. So dried leaves of Eucalyptus globulus, there are so many species of eucalyptus. So you can tell it as dried leaves of Eucalyptus globulus and other species of eucalyptus. Same family as clove, Myrtaceae family. The constituent is what? Ether containing volatile oil, which is also called as cineol, or you can call it as eucalyptol. And eucalyptus can be used as nasal pharyngeal infection. Nasal pharyngeal infection. Okay. And eucalyptus, if you say, okay, eucalyptus microscopy, it's a leaf. For any leaf, the general microscopical characters would be upper epidermis, lower epidermis, upper palisade, okay. In between, you will be observing what? Vascular bundle, which consists of xylem vessels. But remember, eucalyptus is one drug which does not contain trichomes. So if I talk about powder characteristics of eucalyptus, it contains what? Fibers. Though they are pericyclic fibers, you will be observing some kind of band over there. Okay. So fibers, oil glands can be observed. Stomata can be observed. Thick epidermis can be observed. Stomata is anomocytic stomata. That can be observed in case of eucalyptus. Okay. And eucalyptus, the procedure which is being asked is how eucalyptus oil is being distilled. Okay. So you can, they will be taking what? Steam distillation unit for isolation of eucalyptus oil. Next drug is cassia. Remember cassia, what we are being using? Bark. Again, cassia, there are two varieties. Indian and Chinese variety is same, and Sri Lankan variety is different. So Indian and Chinese variety is what? Dried bark of Cinnamonum cassia. Remember, Cinnamonum cassia. And Sri Lankan variety is Cinnamonum xylenicum. Both this belongs to family what? Lauraceae. It contains what? Cinnamic aldehyde as a main constituent. Even eugenol can be observed. Okay, and it is having used aromatic stimulant and carminative. But remember, while preparation, Ceylon cinnamon, or say Cinnamonum xylenicum variety is being fermented for 24 hours. So due to that process, cork and cortex is getting removed. So if we compare the microscopy, if cork and cortex is being observed, that's not a Sri Lankan variety. If you observe cork and cortex, it can be Indian variety or Chinese variety. Okay. So in cinnamon bark, what can be observed? Since it is a bark, you can observe cork, sclerenchymatous fiber. Okay, that's a phloem fiber. So phloem and parenchyma, if together they are observed, they are called as medullary rays. Okay, oil glands can be observed somewhere, and stone cells. Now we are coming back to fennel. Fennel is what? Fruit. But what type of fruit? Umbelliferous fruits. Why it is called as umbelliferous fruits? Because flower inflorescence is of umbel shape. Okay. So dried fruits of Phoeneculum vulgare, family Umbelliferae. There are two main constituents, phenchon and anathon, and uses are aromatic, stimulant and carminative. Now if I talk about microscopy for any fruit, the characters would be epicarp, mesocarp, endocarp and endosperm. So all these can be observed. Vitae is what? Oil receptacle in umbelliferous fruit is called as vitae, which is yellowish orange color mass. Okay. Endocarp you can observe as benzene shape cells with horizontal lines inside. And endosperm is made up of aleurone grains and oil. Okay, so that is abundantly observed in case of fennel. Fine. This was all about volatile oil. Now if I'm moving towards glycoside, the main important drug is digitalis. Digitalis, what is being used? Leaves. So dried leaves of digitalis purpurea and digitalis lanata. Purpurea is called as purpurea because it is having purple flowers. Lanata variety is having white flowers. Family Scrophulariaceae. Purpurea variety Purpurea glycoside AB. Lanata variety Lanatoside AB. It's a cardiotonic drug basically. Okay. You should remember the structures and chemistry of digitalis as well. How things are getting, since it's a cardiac glycoside, but glycosides are sugar in nature. So after hydrolysis, they will produce what? Sugar. So what sugar they are producing, that reaction you need to show. Okay. Diascorea is very, very important drug, exam point of view. Diascorea, it is having so many species. But the important species is what? Dried tubers of Diascorea deltoidea. Family Diascoreaceae. The main constituent is what? Diosgenin. And Diascorea is being used for what? Preparations of hormone, corticosteroids, mineral corticoids and all those things. It is also called as medicinal yam and it is also called as rheumatism root. So other than this, it can be used for arthritis and rheumatism as well. Now coming to leucoris. Leucoris, what is being used? Roots and stolons. So dried roots and stolons of Glycyrrhiza glabra, family Leguminosae. Main constituent is glycyrrhizin, and glycyrrhiza is having use as expectorant and demulcent. And remember, glucoris is sweetening agent as well. Glycyrrhizinic acid is sweetening agent. Okay, one constituent belongs to flavonoid class, liquiritin and isoliquiritin, that can be used for peptic ulcer. Okay, if I talk about leucoris microscopy, it is showing what? Yellow fibers with deposition of calcium oxalate crystals. Wood element can be observed. Cork can be observed. These are the three important characters. Cork, yellow fibers with deposition of calcium oxalate crystals, and wood element can be observed in case of leucoris. Now we are moving towards resin. Resin, there are so many drugs. Still, I'm starting with ginger. What part of rhizomes? So dried rhizomes of Gingiber officinalis, or Gingiber officinale is also true. Gingiberaceae. Okay. It contains resins also, volatile also, shagol, gingerol, gingiberine. Okay. These are the certain constituent and it's a aromatic stimulant and carminative, but it is being even used as digestive aid. Okay. Ginger. Ginger is there in your practical syllabus also. So what can be observed? Ginger is having two cork. Outer cork, inner cork. Okay. It contains vascular bundles. It contains oleoresin cells. And there is a layer of endodermis in ginger. If I talk about powder characteristic, ginger shows what? Irregular parenchyma. Very, very dirty cork. And where is thin and slender xylar vessels, oleogum resins and abundant starch grains. Okay. If I talk about cannabis, cannabis is what? Cannabis sativa. Actually, it's a trichome part. Okay. Flowering tops of cannabis sativa, cannabinaceae. Main constituent is what? THC, tetrahydrocannabidiol. Okay. THC, which is having narcotic action. And there are three preparations of cannabis. Ganja, charas and bhang. Okay. You should describe about each and every preparation. Asafoetida is what? Asafoetida is oleogum resin which is obtained from Ferula foetida belonging to family Umbelliferae. One thing you should remember, it is exudates which is coming out from the root. So there are good chances that it get infection. So whenever exudates are coming out, it should be covered with dome-shaped leaves or something. So there should not be further infection in the plant. Okay. If I talk about constituents, it contains what? Ferulic acid, umbelliferone, okay? And hing It is aromatic stimulant, carminative, but it is very good use for what? Intestinal flatulence. Hing. Okay. And the flavor is due to sulfur containing compound. The hing is having specific odor due to sulfur containing compounds. If I talk about gugulu, gugulu is what? Dried gum obtained from what? Commiphora mucul. Commiphora mucul family, Burseraceae. Okay. Constituent is gugulsterones and gugulsterols. Okay. Gugul is used for lowering serum triglycerides level. Okay. So it can be indirectly used for anti-obesity as well. Gugul and mir, these two drugs share the genus. Gugul is Commiphora mucul. Mir is Commiphora molbol. So genus is same, the family is also same. Mir is Commiphora molbol. Gugul is Commiphora mucul. Both are belonging to family Burseraceae. Okay. If I talk about turmeric, the rhizomes. Which rhizomes? Curcuma longa. Okay. Dried rhizomes which is obtained from Curcuma longa. Okay. Curcuma domestica belonging to family Gingiberaceae. Fine. And the constituent is curcuminoids. They are also called as diaryl heptanoids. Okay. Curcuminoids, 3 curcuminoids can be always together. Curcumin, dimethoxycurcumin and bis-dimethoxycurcumin. Fine. Curcumin is having so many uses. It's a coloring agent also. It is used for anti-inflammatory also, anti-cancer also, cough also. There are so many uses with respect to turmeric. Okay. Now next drug is shellac. Shellac is what? Actually it is obtained from insect. It is insect deposition from the insect Laxifer lacca. Okay. It contains what? Shaloic acid, alluritic acid. Okay. And the main thing is, since it's a coloring pigment, it can be used for what? Enteric coating material. So for tablet enteric coating material, shellac is being used. Shellac, the source is not a plant, it's an insect. Whatever secretion is coming out, that is being dried and the flax are being used. So actually it's a pigment. I think other than this, though cardamom is not a bold drug, you should remember about cardamom also. Dried fruits of cardamom, Electeria cardamom. Okay. Again family is Gingiberaceae. Cardamom contains chief constituent as what? Borneol. And it's even other than aromatic stimulant and carminative, it is being used as flavoring agent as well.